Well, it's been more than 70 years since America sent service members to fight a war in Korea. One Tri-Cities veteran served his country during the Korean War using an unusual skill far from the combat zone. Josh Smith shares his story.
Stan Grocki learned a big lesson at an early age.
This is my brother John.
Growing up as the child of Polish immigrants in Brooklyn, New York.
You had to be independent. I was always independent. In a big family, you have to be independent. You can't rely on somebody else, you know.
That lesson served him well in 1950. The Korean War was raging, and Grocki, age 21, knew it was just a matter of time.
It was on my mind, you know, I got to do something. I'm waiting for the draft board to call me, and nothing's happening. So I took the bit in my hands, you know, and I went in and joined and whatnot.
Look,
yeah,
leaving New York City.
Yeah.
His first assignment on the USS Coral Sea, the maiden deployment for the aircraft carrier, a floating landing strip sent to the Mediterranean Sea.
We were acting as a training ship. We were training new pilots. New squadrons were coming out. We were training them. We would take them on a 6-month cruise and train them. They'd be launching and launching and landing, you know, and whatnot. And that was it, you know, that was what we did.
But Grocki had a very specific job. Back home, he'd picked up a love for and some real skills at photography. So he was assigned to capture the happenings at sea.
They assigned me to the flight deck. Anywhere time there was flight operations, I was up on the flight deck. There's a lot of accidents on the ship. And the Bureau wants to see this, whatever they can. So I could spot the planes that were going to be in trouble. And if I saw something, I'd wave to them and I'd put number 4 coming in, number 4, watch them, you know. And the guy would come in, you could see he was nervous coming in.
Grocki's images provided critical information for training pilots who were headed to the war in Korea. He was among many whose Korean War service happened outside the combat zone.
I felt lucky that I was where I was. You know, we had some hairy accidents on the ship. You know, some were bad, really bad. And
but nothing compared to what was happening.
Oh, no.
Stan Grocki now calls Johnson City home. His office is filled with photographs and books. Here he writes about the military and his Polish heritage, the child of immigrants who treasures his service to a country he loves.
Oh, America's the land of freedom. It was unreal because I saw what there was when I went in Europe. You know, you could see it, you could hear it, but to see it, it's different. There was nothing like the United States. Nothing like. That's why everybody tries to come here. Even as bad as it is now, they're still trying to come here.
In Johnson City, Josh Smith, News Channel 11.
Tell us about a veteran that you know whose story needs to be heard. You can go to WJHL.com and click the Community tab. Look for Veterans Voices, where you can nominate a veteran to be profiled in our weekly series.